Member for Sydney.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Primary Industries. Given the Sydney Harbour is under pressure from a number of threats, including marine debris and variable water quality, will you secure this internationally recognised icon boasting more marine fish than New Zealand, the Mediterranean or the UK by creating a new marine park for Sydney Harbour that includes sanctuary zones to protect its marine life for future generations?
Thank you, Minister for Primary Industries. House will come to order.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Madam Speaker, and may I thank the member for Sydney for his most considered question.
Government members, government benches.
In such an important issue, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, it gives us the opportunity to talk about the wonderful marine reforms that have been undertaken by both the Minister for the Environment and myself since coming into government 3 short years ago. At that time, Madam Speaker, we implemented a commitment from opposition in the lead up to the last election to have an independent scientific audit of marine parks.
You shut the fisheries at Cronulla.
The fisheries at Cronulla. It was undertaken by the University of Queensland.
Too much noise in the chamber. Too much noise in the chamber.
Thank you. It was undertaken by the University of Queensland's Professor Bob Beaton. He put together a very comprehensive list of recommendations, and a very comprehensive report indeed, as to the way that we should approach the marine estate in New South Wales, using a true triple bottom line approach, looking at not just the environmental aspects, extremely important, but not just at that, also looking at the economic impacts and the social impacts of the decisions that are made in relation to our marine estate. That's quite unlike those opposite, Madam Speaker. When in government, that lot over there drew lines on maps and used it for votes, used it for preference activity for the election. One of the worst offenders, Madam Speaker, was the member for Marrickville. The second worst offender was the member for Balmain, the former member for Balmain. Very close from memory. Who's making a comeback, God help us all. But anyway. Unlike those, the New South Wales Government's new approach is about establishing a foundation for robust, scientific and evidence-based management of the marine estate into the future.
Order.
Madam Speaker, the approach this government's taken is a true triple bottom line approach. It takes environmental, economic and social issues all into consideration. Madam Speaker, our considered and comprehensive management process has created 2 new bodies, the Marine Estate Management Authority and the Marine Estate Expert Knowledge Panel. One is the core group, which will make the decisions surrounding the new marine estate. The other is effectively a brains trust, which is used to advise that core body. At the beginning of this year, Madam Speaker, the Marine Estate Management Authority released its schedule of works outlining the priority areas for the next 12 to 18 months and how this government will implement the recommendations of the independent audit. Madam Speaker, this includes the audit's recommendation to explore mechanisms for enhancing the conservation of biodiversity in gap areas, including most notably the Hawkesbury Shelf Marine Bioregion, of which Sydney Harbour is a part. Now, this work is to commence in late 2014, following development and application of the framework for assessing threats and risks to the marine estate. Madam Speaker, for the information of those interested, and there are a number of people who will be interested in this work, such as the member for Pittwater, the member for Manly, the member for Vaucluse, the member for Cronulla, the member for Coogee, and of course the member for Sydney. 10 of the state's 12 aquatic protection areas, which are designed to protect the aquatic environment, are actually located in metropolitan Sydney between Barrenjoey and Port Hacking. Madam Speaker, the O'Farrell-Stoner government is committed to maintaining the existing system of aquatic protection areas together with other marine and coastal programs which conserve marine biodiversity, and we also support the sustainable use of our valuable marine environment. Madam Speaker, the Marine Estate Management Authority recognises Sydney Harbour as an iconic and special place. Our approach to the management of Sydney Harbour is about protecting the interests of all users, from the parent and child who want to go out in the tinny for a good old fish, right through to the commercial interests of a vibrant working harbour. In recognition of the obvious social, economic and ecological importance of the harbour, I can announce today that the Marine Estate Management Authority has established a strategic initiatives network for Sydney Harbour. Madam Speaker, the purpose of this network is to promote information sharing and collaboration through to support of coordinated management. Opportunities to involve and engage the community will be a priority. The Sydney Harbour Strategic Initiatives Network includes key parties, agencies and stakeholders currently undertaking strategic projects throughout Sydney Harbour. This new network's member agencies of the authority include departments and agencies such as the Department of Primary Industries, the Office of Environment and Heritage, Transport and Planning, the Australian Museum, Sydney Institute of Marine Science, the Greater Sydney Local Land Services, Sydney Water and the Sydney Coastals Council Group. Madam Speaker, I thank the member for Sydney for his question, and I look forward to keeping the House up to date on this exciting collaboration and work relating to Sydney's magnificent harbour.